Welcome back. This is my next pen bag video. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the last one. This one's going to have even more surprises. It is a Angoo, A-N-G-O-O bag. This came from Amazon, and it was a Christmas present. And I had no idea, just by looking at the description online, just how much this bag will hold. And it has two zippers. It has one here that opens to the inside the bag. There's no separate compartments. It just opens up to the inside. And then you have your top zipper, which is traditional for any kind of pen bag, which I think is pretty cool. So I guess we can get started. I will unzip the front. And as you can see, it is fully loaded, so much so that stuff's coming out of it. It has several nice elastic pen loops, little mesh section here, which I have obviously overstuffed it, and then just little place here that separates this little compartment, but you can still get to everything. So to get started, I guess I'll just work my way from here into the bag. This is a nice pen that my brother-in-law gave me, or sent to me. It is acrylic. It's ballpoint, and it also has one of the points on the end where you can protect yourself or break glass if need be. But it's a very nice, very heavy pen. Writes really well. The next one is also an acrylic pen. It is a twist pen. It's ballpoint. It is a very beautiful, beautiful blue. This came from a guy who lives in Lake Wylie, South Carolina. He's called the Pen Guy of Lake Wylie. He actually has a Facebook page. He doesn't post a whole lot on there of his products, but if you think you might be interested in something that he has posted on there, he's very easy to get in touch with. Might take him a little bit of time to get back to you because he's usually trying to work on making pens for shows. Not exactly pen shows, but like festivals and places that he can set up a tent and displays and sell his pens, like craft shows and stuff. This is also another pen of his. I love these colors. The blue, the red and the white, the American flag, and the silver hardware. Very beautiful. It's also a ballpoint twist pen. He makes a lot of these as far as the twist pens. And it always has a very nice, flexible clip. The next three pens I got from, if I'm saying it correctly, Rsvp. They are in Greenville, South Carolina. It is a pen shop as well, but they sell a lot of different items. Lots of fountain pens. You can get high-end fountain pens like Mont Blanc and spend several thousands of dollars on just one pen. I didn't really want to go that route, so I chose the next three pens in one order, and they were each of these pens were under $10 a piece. So this is brass. It's considered an everyday carry pen because it's small and it twists to open. And it has, I would think it would be a medium nib on it. Very nice clip. It's just a very beautiful pen, fountain pen. The next one, the style that they call this, is a cigar. And it's also twist open. Has a very nice nib on it. The cap doesn't stay on it because it's just not made to do that. You would have to set the cap to the side to write with this pen. This is another purchase, and it's a Jinho, I guess, Jinhao, and that is also the brand of this one as well. This one is just a pop, just pops off, but it's also a very beautiful fountain pen. I carry these pens to work, but I do not tend to write with them because I work in a medical office and the ink will take a little bit of time to dry. It's not a fast drying ink. It's not like a gel pen. These are great pens for doing journaling, writing letters if you still like to do that, or just in general just using it in a journal or a planner if you just allow it time to dry. I can tell you that there's one of these inks that's in one of these pens that does not do well on the Tommy River paper. It takes forever to dry. And I learned that the hard way because I thought, oh, this is so beautiful on this paper. And I thought it was dry, closed the book, come back, and it's just smeared all on the page in front of it. So I had to learn the lesson the hard way and tear those pages out and start over. Okay, so for the main compartment, I have a very sharp pair of scissors. I keep these in here because they are great for anything. They're small. If I go on vacation and I'm going to take stuff with me to do some journaling or scrapbooking, I always take these. And I have a little compartment. It says gum on it. It held some kind of flossing utensil, and I just kept the case because I thought, oh, this is handy. But these are double-sided sticky squares, and so I just take some of them out of a box of like 200 and just fold them, and so I can have some in here in case I want to put something in my journal, and then they don't get tore up or dried out. Next is the double-sided sticky tape. So if I've got something big that I don't want to stand there and just peel squares and squares and squares and squares, I can just, just put a whole line and then just stick it. And I've seen people make these boards. I didn't do this till maybe 6 months ago, but I took a plastic divider, page divider that I had, and just cut it into nice little squares and just wrapped some of my favorite washi tape around it. So that way I have these to carry with me if I want to use them anywhere. And then of course, if it runs out, I can pick out a different washi tape or just replace it with the same thing if I still have some on the roll. This is very, very handy and does not take up much space at all. Next thing is just a little compartment that I made, just a little holder. These are copper book darts. So if I'm reading something and I just want to mark its place, I can just take one of these off, put it on the page, and there we are. And then I have a little pocket in here that if I need to slip something in there I want to keep, it's convenient. And you can make this out of scrap paper. And I actually stapled it because the washi tape, I originally used the washi tape, and it just didn't seem to hold it well. Washi tape's not something that's permanent. And it's very decorative, it's very beautiful, but I have bought washi tape and it just peels up. So I don't know if anybody's got suggestions about maybe a better brand of washi tape than maybe what you buy at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But yeah, I had to go back and put some staples in it. Next, I have this little guy. He's made of metal. It's very flexible. It just has all kinds of shapes in it. Little dots would be great for making a list, and then you've got a nice edge if you just need an edge to make lines. You've got all different shapes here. I can't remember exactly where I got him. It had to be Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It had to be one of the two places because that's where I get a lot of these supplies from. But it's very handy. It's really cool too. Very flexible. These little guys I got through the Tokyo Pen shop, and they call them schedule seals. I guess you could put them by as a little marker beside of something you have written down, like a little reminder, because they are kind of doing slightly different things, like reading. They look like they're eating, but they're very cute. They're just little samurai, not samurai, can't think of the word at the moment, but you can recognize who they are. But they're a lot of fun, and they're just real little, and they're very colorful too. It's not like as soon as you peel these off, put them on something, you know, like some washi tapes, you can see through it or it looks washed out. These are very nice. They're just as colorful here as they are on whatever you put them on. I have some little note pals. They're kitty cats. They're very, very cute. You can put them anywhere you want to tab a place in a book or on paper, and except for the black ones, the white, the ones that have little white bellies, you can obviously write a note there. But they're great. They're Uli. That's who makes them. Uli. Might have gotten these at Target. You find a lot of Uli products at Target. But these are really, really nice. They stick well. I've actually put some of these on some of the papers for my patients when I have to make their appointments, just as something cute to put on their papers as they're leaving the office. Next I have sharps. And I actually had cut one set off and left it at work. But they're the same. They're just little sticky tabs, really cute. I got these guys when we went to the Keys. There was a place called Shell World, and they had some stuff for kids, and I just thought, hey, why not? These I also got at Tokyo Pen Shop. They may still have them. I haven't really looked for them in about 2 years. They are meant to be page markers. You take one of these, and it's got a slight crease in the middle, and you can put half on one page, bend it around and to the back side of the page. So it's kind of like a little tab that'll stick out, and you can see where you want to go back to. It's really nice. And they have the feel of washi tape. So they will be slightly translucent when you put it on your paper. But what's neat about this also is this whole thing is meant to be very friendly, I guess, to the environment. So when you peel these off and say you don't want to use them anymore, they don't stick, it's got like a little trash pocket in here. Or when you get through with a section and you want to just peel off the paper, because so you can see the next set, you can just tuck it back in here. So it's really cute. You can see the little kitty cat up there at the top, and that's their name, and that's the back side. So let's see. Okay, and then also in here there are 2 pockets in the very back. They're really good for just holding little things. I don't have much in it, a business card, a little stack of sticky notes. But then I also have one of these in there. This is what you put your roll of washi tape on, and so you can pull off a strip of washi tape and tear it. It's very nice. I also got this at the Tokyo Pen Shop. I think they have in their shop now the same thing, but they have a pattern on the top. They're very pretty. These come in more than one size. This size I think just fits just standard washi tape, but I think they have them to where they'll open up wider to hold a fatter roll of washi tape. But there is little teeth right here, where when you pull the washi tape to the length you want, and you just peel it right off. Okay, like I said, I just got some sticky notes in there. These are nice, and I think they're very beautiful because it looks like marble. And it's actually off of a bigger pad. I've just peeled off just so many of them, put them in there so I don't carry the whole pad around. This is one that the sticky on the back doesn't stick very well, so I tend to have to put a piece of washi tape at the top. Okay, so now on to some more pens. A while back, I got into making some epoxy pens, and believe me, I am not perfect at that. There are people out there who makes these pens that look like they would come off of showroom floor. They are very beautiful. They have wood patterns. They have characters on them. They have ombre effects as far as they go from one color to another. It looks seamless. I mean, these people really have it going on. This is my pen. It is a purple iridescent glitter, and it is the Inkjoy Pen. I did watch a tutorial on how to do this, where you have to take the clip off and you have to sand it all down to make it nice and smooth, and then you put on one thin layer of epoxy, and then you sprinkle your glitter all over it, and then you have to let it dry either by putting a stick or straw through it. And yeah, I've made several of these. I've given a few away, given one away to my mom, given one away to a co-worker. It's obviously going to write nice because nothing about the inside of the pen changes. It's still the Inkjoy ink. It's just the barrel. But yeah, there are some people out there, they've got it going on. They know what they're doing. I tried my hand at it. I still have my supplies. I might pick it up again soon, but just not interested in doing it again right now. Okay, the next pen that I have is a Uni Signo, and this is in burgundy. I got this at the Tokyo Pen Shop. It's one of the ones I think that she likes, because I think she did a video on her favorite pens that's in her pen bag, and this was one of them. And it does write nice. It is a dark burgundy. It does look very good on paper. It has a nice fine point on it, so you will get a nice fine line. And I like it. I keep it in there. I don't use it often, but I have one. Next is my Flamingo pen. Got this also in Florida when we went to the Keys. He's really cute. He actually is made out of wood. And I'm sure this is probably a product that's probably made in China. I've never heard of anybody who just sits and handcrafts just wooden pens. I have a couple of these. I have one that's a moose. I have a peacock. I just bought them in different places. And it's actually very, it's nicely weighted at the top. So it's a good pen to write with, and it's actually, and I do actually write with this at work sometimes, because just to have something fun. And here's my little Buddha pen. I also got him at Shell World in the Keys, and he is a click pen. He has this funny little click in the back, little nice fine point on it for a pen like this that's just a novelty pen. And it's cool. I just thought it would be nice to have that and somebody go, oh, let me see your pen. I'm all about showing people my pens. And here's another fun guy. He was also a find at Shell World. And this is supposed to be a kid's pen, but it has a really nice point on the end. It writes in black ink. And he is this fun. He lights up. Doesn't make any noises, but it's still cute. And here's a cool find. My mother went to the post office and saw the guy behind the counter writing with this pen and asked him if she could have it, and told him how much I like pens and collect pens. And he was kind of reluctant at first to give it to her. I don't know if he liked pens enough to where he didn't want to give up his pen, but he ended up giving it to her. It's a very nice gel pen. It writes very well. Have no idea. Obviously, this has got to be a promo product. Got a stylus at the end, but yeah, it's really cool. It's got a rubberized barrel on it. Feels really nice. Let's see what's next. Ray, little pop figure Funko Pop ink pens. I've got a whole bag of these. I'll probably end up having to do a video to show you guys all the pop pens that I have. And it is labeled Star Wars. Funko Pop logo right there. It's got a nice tip on it. It writes really well. It really does. The only thing that gets me is these little caps. And it's just one of those things where you just have to, if you like the pen that much, you just kind of have to live with it. These pens are, they can be a little on the pricey side. Sometimes they're $4, and if the Hot Topics had them for a while and they can't sell them, they actually will clearance them. That's when I tend to get them. And this bottom part does not unscrew, so I'm going to say technically it's not refillable, but I actually have taken a pair of pliers and twisted this off, because there is a little shaft in here. This plastic piece kind of fits in to the barrel, so you can actually change these out. You just have to be careful about twisting off this end and not breaking it to where it will just slide back on. And here I have a Disney pen. This is one pen that's out of a pack of pens that I got when we were on our trip to Florida. We stopped by Disney Springs on the way back, and this is the Pluto Pen. It comes in a pack that's got all different characters, and it's very colorful. That's what really drew me to it. Were they worth paying $20 for a pack of 6 pens? Probably not, but it does have a nice grip on it. It is a click pen. You know, it's very colorful. It does say Disney Parks on it, which is the series. So it's one of those impulse buys, I guess you can say, and then find out later that, yeah, I could have lived without that. And again, like in my last bag, here's your Sharpie. It's a fine tip. You know, like I said, you never know when you need a Sharpie. This is a find off of Amazon. I think it's already posted somewhere on here in the Pen Addicts page that someone else had bought it, or either posted it to see if someone had bought it. It is a 0.35. It has a very fine tip on it. It writes very small, and I really like it. And it is, you can replace the ink. What's cool is it's got this big black barrel that goes over the top of the ink barrel to give it all that color there. Well, not color, but that bold look inside the barrel, like you've got a really huge supply of ink. But it's a very nice pen. I bought the 10 pack. And the next one is the Pintail Rsvp. This one's the fine point. I love these pens just because of how they write. Obviously, it's a fine tip. It's got a nice rubber barrel on it. The purple that you see on the inside is washi tape. All I did was take it apart and just wrap washi tape around it. So obviously when it runs out of ink, I'm not even going to know how much of an ink supply is in it just until it runs out. But I put washi tape. I've also got some that I've just taken some very thin paper that's colored and just twisted it in a roll and just tucked it down in the barrel and then just put the insert back inside. So I've made several of these. It's very neat. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much washi tape, and it does take some time to wrap that washi tape around that little thin stem of a barrel or ink supply on the inside, but it's nice. Next pen is Dumbledore. I do have the Harry Potter one. He's somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I got this pen at Walgreens. It is a twist pen. Has a medium tip on it. Feels very nice. So it's a metal pen. It's a cool find. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, look, there's a pen. There's Harry Potter in the middle of Walgreens. It's like, oh yeah, cool. Had to add him to my collection. And of course, another one of my favorites, the Acroball, the Uniball Air Micro. Here's another Walgreens find. I think it cost maybe like $3.99. This was around Valentine's Day. So when they have Valentine's Day, just look for something like this. They have different color barrels. It's metal. It's really cute, really nice. And it does write good. It's not a cheap writing pen. I think I have another one in here. Yes. Gold, rose gold. And it's also a twisty pen. Got these for Christmas. I think they come in 4 different colors. They are the 0.5, the Acroball. It's just black ink. The ink does not match the color of the barrel, but they were all metallic, pink, blue, green, and silver or gold. But right now I've just got them put away. This is the only one out of the pack that I carry with me. And another find from going on a Florida trip. Little Flamingo Pen. He's very cute. He's also a twist pen. Has a very nice fine point on it. And what's so cute about him, is I kept the little tab in, is that when you push down on him, he lights up. And he sings. Drives my little parakeet crazy when I get this one out and I do that. But yeah, really nice. It's beautifully painted. I think it looks very beautiful. This is one that I got at Barnes & Noble. I think someone had posted one oh gosh, months back, probably before December, and it was in red, and she still had it in the case that it came in. It's almost, I think it was a picture of her sitting in a car, and she took a picture of the pen. I came across this one in there. It's really nice. The only thing I don't like about it is once you click the end and then you click it again, sometimes it kind of gets hung up and it doesn't want to go all the way back in here. So that could be a little irritating, but all I have to do is just click it and then see it didn't go all the way back in, and just have to hold my finger on it to get it to go back in. But overall, it's a nice pen. This is not smooth. This is rough. It's very textured. So if you don't like that, and you do see this in Barnes & Noble or see it online for Barnes & Noble, and you don't think you would like that feel, then it wouldn't be the pen for you. And just unless you just want to collect it. It's very, very sparkly, very pretty. That's what drew me to it. And if I had seen a red one along with this one, I probably would have bought both. And then the Schneider XB was not even the XB. This one is, I'm sorry, a new one that I purchased online. It is actually a basic fine tip of this bulb pen, or normally a bulb pen. It's very nice. It writes very well. So this is, I bought a pack, probably 12 pens. And they're all black ink, and it writes very well. This is one that I've seen. I think someone posted if anybody had bought any of these. And it is another one of the pens that has kind of a spring bottom on it. So as you're writing, I guess as far as tension, you're not putting a whole lot of pressure on it. It does take some getting used to because it is a little bit different than the big pen that I have that's similar to how this functions. But it's still a good writing pen. It's not goopy or messy. It's a nice pen, and I paid a good bit for this. I think I paid over $10, and for it's just a pack of 2. And I don't know, and I've never seen them in the store, so I don't know if it's something that's just hard to come by because they don't make it anymore. But for me, this is something new. I've never seen it before until I saw it on Amazon. And they're supposed to actually be blue ink, which is my favorite ink to write with. I like writing with blue. Black ink just blends in with every kind of document that I come across in the office. And I just like to write with blue. And I tried to get this in blue. I put it on my wish list in blue, but it's saying it's unavailable. So I don't know if I'll ever get blue. But yeah, it does write well. Have a Tool fine tip, felt tip marker. Well, yeah, marker. I just wanted to try it. I have just a few colors. I got it out of the little bin at Office Depot that they have up towards the front of the store, where you can buy them individually instead of committing to a whole pack. So I have this, I think in the primary main colors like green, red, black, blue. It does write well. I do have a Uli fountain pen. I got this in a pack of 3. And they're very cute because the barrels and the caps are different colors. And it's a different kind of nib on it. But it does write very, very well to be a plastic fountain pen. And it does come with a cartridge of ink on the inside when you get them. The ink is actually inside of here, but it's just turned around. So the piece in here doesn't puncture the cartridge. You just have to flip it around and then put it back together. And as you're twisting it together, it'll puncture that cartridge. But yeah, it writes really well. I was very, very surprised for the price point that I paid for these, how well it writes. The only thing that I would have liked better as if it would have had a some type of clip on it. And then here is the Sharpie pen. This one is the champagne. I think in my other bag I had the gunmetal. And I changed out the barrel on the inside to a tulle barrel of black ink, so I could have that nice needle point on the end of my pen. And like I said before in my last video, if I go places, I'm not afraid to ask somebody, can I have that pen? So when we went to Disney Springs and we were checking out at a register, the cashier had several of these in a little pen cup. And I was like, oh. And it is just a Bic pen. But I thought, hey, why not? I asked her, can I have one? Sure. Here it is. This is a special pen. We went to this event at Christmas. It is Give Kids the World Village. It is an absolutely beautiful place. If you guys get time to Google it, or even look for a video of it on YouTube at Christmas time. These little houses are amazing, and it is the opportunity for parents to go somewhere and have a vacation with their kids who are ill or terminally ill. And the village looks like a fairy tale village, and each of the houses have themes, and they are decorated inside and out to a certain theme. Like they have a Cinderella house, they have a Beauty and the Beast house, they have all different kinds of houses. There were so many to look at when we went that night, and it was kind of like the Night of Lights because they were all decorated. Each house had a business or someone who would sponsor, and they would come in and decorate the house. They might have like a vehicle or signage or something, you know, that would indicate that they sponsored that house. But there would be a crew of people from that company or local business that would come out, and they would actually volunteer their time to decorate those houses. It was an absolutely beautiful experience. It was so nice that the night we went out there, the weather was beautiful. Just being able to just get out and walk and see all those lovely houses and the colors and the decorations, it was well worth the time to go. But they had a shop, and you know, and I was like, I hope they have a pen, yay! And they did. And it's a twist pen. It also writes really well. It's got these nice little crystals on the inside of the barrel, and it has a covered cap over the stylus because it lights up. Very nice, very cute, to go with our Night of Lights that we attended. Okay, 2 more pens, and that is what I have left in here. Also, again, pens that I was not afraid to ask for. Mrs. Mac's Kitchen in Key Largo. This is a great family restaurant. They have good food and plenty of it. More food than you can possibly eat. We ate there one evening for dinner and had a fantastic time. And then the Bay Harbor Coconut Bay Resort in Key Largo. That is where we stayed when we went. Very beautiful place. Now you have to understand, with this particular resort, it is, I wouldn't say oceanfront, because it is actually on the Gulf side. So you do have water and a waterfront where you can get in kayaks, where you could fish, but there's no beach. It's just land that just drops straight off into the water. There's no beach. So if you ever want to stay somewhere, you would need to stay on the other side if you want to be beachfront. Otherwise, you'll just be Gulf side, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it just depends on what you like. But that particular resort, we did not have a beach. And honestly, I was just a little disappointed because I thought, oh, it's a resort. It's going to have, you know, a little bit of a beachfront something, you know, maybe a private little beach area. Nope. But the one thing that we did enjoy doing is we went kayaking. And I'd never, ever done that before. And it was wonderful. I don't think kayaking here, where I live in South Carolina, would compare to kayaking in the Keys and seeing that beautiful blue water. But it would be definitely something that I would consider doing at some point again. So like I said, this bag has a compartment in the little door in the front and has a main top zipper, which would get you to the inside. Has lots of room. Like I said, I was amazed at how much room this bag has. And when you get it, it comes in a plastic container and it's just totally flat like this. And I was like, that's not going to hold very much. And then I started putting all my stuff in it. I was like, oh my gosh, look how much stuff this bag holds. But yeah, I will put a direct link to this bag. You can pick whatever color is available that you want. I think it comes in pink, blue. I think there's a plaid type version. But yeah, it's a great bag. It's canvas with a nylon lining. It's great. And as you can see, if I can get this turned around, that's all the stuff that came out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got many more bags, many more pens, so I will be doing this again. But if you've got any questions about any of the pens, I will try my best to remember where I got them. I will post links in the description box of the ones I do remember where they came from, like the acro balls that came from Amazon, this one that came from Amazon. But the ones that I got on vacation, I seriously doubt that there'll be like a direct link through the shops to be able to get those pens. But yeah, I will put links to all the ones that I can find. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was probably very lengthy, but it's a lot of pens. It's a lot of stuff. I love my addiction, as you do. Thanks. Have a great Sunday.